and welcome to The Conversation. I'm your host, Robin Vernon. Most of us have no reason to think about what life is like after prison, but for many inmates and their loved ones, it's a very real thing. Depending on how long the prison term is, adjusting to life on the outside can be very challenging. Most ex-prisoners have to deal with some level of culture shock, depression, or even anger. In addition, most have challenges with social stigma and the collateral consequences that come with a criminal record. Tonight, I sit down with two ex-prisoners to hear firsthand from them what the journey has been like since they got out of prison. My two guests are Enrique Soberanes and Kelvin Renault. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Welcome.
All right, so I would like to start the discussion by getting an understanding of what you were convicted for and how many years it cost you in prison time.
Was convicted for manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
Sentenced to a 25 years sentence, prison sentence. I did 12 years, 8 months after that time.
25 years. Okay. And you, Mr. Renault?
Yeah. Also convicted for manslaughter. 18-year sentence. Served 9 years and come out on parole.
Okay.
2016, my time completely finished.
Okay. First of all, we just want to thank you guys for giving us your time on the show and coming on and being able to talk to us about this. We really appreciate it. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who will appreciate it as well. While you were incarcerated, how did you occupy yourself day in and day out? And what did you do to pass the time?
Actually, that's a hard question. Actually, a difficult question because with the period of time when we spend, there's so many things you have to do to occupy your time, right? Because, like I said, right, we spend time in the maximum part of the prison, the trustee part of the prison. So it depends on which part of the prison you use and where you use it in a proper recreative manner, right?
Okay, well, if that's the case, because I definitely don't know, right? So you learn me something right now. If you could give me like one summary upon like what the maximum side was like before being moved over.
Well, the maximum side, basically confinement. How you put it? You're confined to yourself for how much you get in time?
You want to get 1
Half an
hour
hour?
recreation, sometime half an hour, 1 hour. 1
One-
hour the most recreation.
Monday,
So
Wednesday.
all the rest of the time you're locked down.
Monday, Wednesday,
And
Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the recreation day.
1 hour.
1 hour per Monday,
Wednesday,
Wednesdays, and Fridays.
That's the maximum security part, right?
Okay, and you said sometimes that would mean up to be like half an hour.
Yeah, depends. Cause once one fight broke out or something, that's it.
That's straight back.
Yeah.
Okay. And outside of that me just locked down.
Just lockdown, basically lockdown.
Okay, and then when on a move from the maximum side over to the other side, what that me like? How different was that different from the maximum side?
Well, to be honest with you, when I first reached jail, our government may still have prison, right? Prison, I never nothing nice then. You know, a lot of violence, lot of incident, you know. It made us so hard, no kind of learning education, they just throw you there and that you want to stay there till you come out, you know. If you not try to pick up a book or try to find the library or try to get a book for read or try to come out and get a leave work job in the yard or something, you just want to stay there and rat, you know. So I never know joke like in the 90s when you reach prison, especially for me when I reach prison in the 90s, you know. It may really hard, you know, when it come to the food,
Yeah.
when it comes to the clothing, the sanitation,
Sleeping conditions.
like prison in no way, I never know a prison like that, right? So it may really rough, really rough. And time I always have to think about that either forget out there the
How to
quickest
survive.
kind of way,
Or how to survive.
or just lock away and make yourself disappear, you know,
Yeah.
until
Colby?
like 2000, 2001 when Colby Foundation then take over. I mean, a huge difference in the prison, when I mean huge.
And Marlon Skin.
Yeah, and Mr. John Woods on it, Colby Foundation.
Took a major turn.
Rest in peace to Mr. John Woods. A great man that, right? You know, and
Changed the whole dynamic
yes.
of the prison, no?
the whole layout of
Whole
the prison.
concept.
When I mean, I never know prison could take a big change like that. You know, you got educational learning, you got mentors also come in, you got people come in, you know.
We have a rehabilitation center.
Programs, you got rehabilitation center we build.
The kitchen,
I mean to say
the
better
the
food,
Yeah.
better food service, better cooking.
Drastically different from
Yeah.
what
Even the visiting situation changed after COVID took over. Like you have a better way of visiting, you know. Everything.
I mean to say yes, that's not a place for your debut.
Yeah.
If you reach there, you know you're there time contented and you have something for do.
Provided you
yes,
look
you're
for
not.
something
Yeah,
to do.
you're not sit away, sit there and get locked away and other think, well, do not try rehab yourself or something. It's there for you and they send out people for look for you, for search for you, for try make you learn certain things. Cause you know when it comes to reading, you're got a lot of we young youths when I know for read. And that's one of the biggest things in prison. And to the day I know many youths who are out there right now are seeing reading program in a prison. We know for read
Help them
like
a
they're
lot,
gone to school, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them are technician when programs start computer. Some of them are computer technician out there right now, you know.
Well, Mike, before we get a little bit more deeper into it, I just got some questions I want to ask each one, no? Just figure like on our own account on it, right? I'll start with you, Enrique. What are your most difficult part being locked up for so long? Like what are your most difficult struggle? Putting in the time you did.
Being away from the people that I love. Being away from the people that I love. You know, one of the most difficult things when they come visit you. And at times when I left out, I have a harsh reality kick in. Yo, back here there for years. And one of the most difficult thing, you know, I actually faced by my prison time, you know. I watch my loved ones, they come and they cry, and when they left, and I feeling when they reach back in the cell, and I feeling sinking. For the next half an hour, you're actually a different person, you're quiet. Not to please you, not the bag, not to brief to you, not to please you, I'll have a reminder. Shit, this not done right now, much more of this.
And that may just constant. Should that may ever get better? Or it may just constant all throughout? Or maybe you may get happier when you start to see the time to go by.
But the sentence with is what I'm going to serve. You can't get happier with the time to go by because the more the time goes, the more things can want to end. Right? So, you know, but basically, like Kevin said, after Colby took over and Mr. Woods did the different structure of the prison and they offer different opportunities that change everything. Right? Like me, for instance, I for him wings, I think Galan to see him because he's the one person who can say, boy, enough to do this, enough to do that. We thought together. Okay, then I went to the welding shop, right? And I started picking up most of my time. I spent the last 8 years of my time in the welding shop. It was 6 years in the welding shop. Right? Basically, just do the welding that preoccupy the time when I go the morning time. You have something to do. To get up, go do something. Even though the same thing almost every day, still something to do, right?
Keep you occupied, keep your mind strong, keep your body strong.
Yeah, when you go inside, actually, basically tired of just only physical, eat your grub, call it one day, right? Face tomorrow will be the same music.
Yeah. And Kelvin, if I could ask you, with the time where you may serve, with everything that may bring, the different changes, the different experiences and all of that, how you may feel when you may walk out of prison a free man?
That's the most greatest joy. Yeah, I know the trick, yo. If you ever get to experience one great joy, then you know what to talk about. You know, cause for they lock up for so much years, whole of 9 years are no joke. For be at certain times for the first experience you have, you get controlled by people. You go in yourself. Time for sleep. Lock off light.
So
you
man,
know.
everything was
You know,
everything what we do.
That was a huge experience for step out of a place like prison, you know. And them words could explain it, but that was great joy. That was great joy, you know that you left everything behind, you know. You left everything behind and you had to start a new, you had to try a new road now.
I'd imagine like
A whole beginning.
many times I never feel like the time I come when I finally
You
come,
know,
I'm like
for
big
like-
surprise.
Like nine time I gone up for parole and get turned down.
Wow.
You dig? But I never give up. You know, and I'm a trustee and everything, you know, with privilege. And still at 9 times I get turned down. But I never did give up. And one day I did out in the yard to work. All the way I hear an officer come and tell me, I miss you. I said, we're going on. I may feel like that he ain't going. The man say, oh, get it, boy. You know, I don't know if I do it for me cry or laugh. You dig?
Wow.
Until when the CEO call me and tell me,
That's it.
yeah, we do it for you. You dig? And that's my experience. That's my experience for know that I left there, but I have to start something new.
And that was part of the next chapter I
Yeah,
start.
the next chapter start. Yeah, turn the next page, you know?
Enrique, I want to ask you the same thing. How you may feel? I'd imagine seeing big
Yeah.
joy.
More than joy, you know. I was incarcerated for like 16 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so when on my release date, I was 27 years old. Right, when they released me, the feeling of joy, so great there to reach flood and then wait for the taxi. I tried the road. I was like as far away from this place, as far away from this place as I can.
You just want to be done
Yeah,
at
I was
that
as far as
show.
yeah, as far as I can get in a day. I'm free. Yeah, I was on parole, right?
Yeah.
I was still an inmate, but the fact was I had the privilege to go home, do what I want to do, beat my loved ones. So
That like you take back control of your freedom.
yeah, check that for years, like Clemens for years, you get used to think about it, you know, when if I go to bed, when if I come out, you can is, you walk out and tell yourself, why, I'm free. I feel we can explain that also. I feel come from inside the part, serious job, you know.
Only those who know would know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think one the person could express that feeling of my mom's. Because my mom's the one who exactly what I care about, right? And I care when I went home, and I tell my mom's, where my mom screamed, where the lady screamed, all the neighbors they came out, when something happened, my mother screamed. You don't believe it, and I'm free, say yes. That the feeling then when I got feeling for my mom, right? They not left me the strip here. They not where one left me. And they have to stay. You know?
Yeah, boy. And with the amount of time on a serve, I know things change very rapidly in a society, in the world. Like just one month, like one couple of years for things where people used to change like that. You may feel, Enrique, you may feel any culture shock, like when it may come to technology, places you remember, change.
And that quick comment again too. And the part Colby, when Colby took over, like us for instance, we became trustees, right? We there a period of while and we do the fact that Colby after different changes, different opportunities, we decided happen. We take the opportunities, we make the changes also too because in a day we don't want to live here. We're there for a period of while, right? So when we take the opportunities there and the different thing. So the two opportunities we had outlets so we got different programs, got different places, different things. You know, like I said, I mean, when the shops I have times when I kind of do different work or do different things, right? So You know, a lot new because the things that we actually had a chance to see you to Colby. You know, like Colby, because Colby, they had inmates when they go to school, with the prison term, go to St. John's evening school. They got inmates when they go where they go for gangs, different things. So I think so and so for adjustment part, never that hard because like I said, we were trustees, right? And we actually move around, interact with people.
Okay. So like while on me do that, on me get bit by bit to see how things may progress, how things may change and so on. I'd imagine I mean more or less the same for you to Kelvin. Or you had any different experience with the same?
Then we got more, what would I say? Then we got more time on me for get into certain things because simple as I was a prisoner, I'm a busy prisoner. Ready?
This man in the facility, you know. This man in the place that this man actually make I go to certain places where I want to see. And I want to see this guy.
I'm in charge of something we call Inmate Concern Committee.
Okay.
You know, for look out for prisoners. I work at the account section as the runner. I work at the CEO office. Control the storeroom, control the shop nine at the prisoner league. So I'm pretty much busy. And my concern as a prisoner, I'm a prisoner too. So I have certain people I have to check me before they go out on gang. Check them before they go work at the black factory or the mechanic shop and anything there, right? So I never have that enough time to say like go take computer class or go do this and do that, but I the wrong in it. You know, the first prisoner out in the morning and the last prisoner in the night. Right? So but that way make I do my time much better for they do certain things and they help prisoners.
Keep you occupied and then they help the other one.
Yeah, man, so. You know, that's not all for myself. I got a privilege, behind, you know.
Yeah.
But I make sure I take care of prisoners like me too. Right? Because you got some people where they really have it hard. No parents gonna look for them, or some of their parents are from across the border, some of their parents are from village, you know, got nothing for come. So then are the type of people I go all out fast and prisoner, the one there where really don't have it. That's my concern for look out for them.
Okay.
Right? And that way occupy my time plenty and make I do my time with ease.
Okay.
Right?
And then coming outside, Kelvin, well, to honor really, what do you feel that some of the biggest challenges one former inmate face when trying to start one new life on the outside? What do you feel like that's some of the most difficult things?
Employment and the stigma and we call it you inmate or parolee. That's one of the hardest things because you have to get employment, you have to associate with certain people because just for the day you're an inmate or you was an inmate or you're a parolee. They paint a certain way, put a certain way. So
don't start put that judgment.
Yeah, don't start judge you already, right? So one of the biggest thing you face. Because like if you ask the question, and when I came out, I needed a job. I tell myself I need a job. I can't go back here. I need to do something. The first 2 weeks I look around Belize. Search. I have to be honest with them because you can't tell me you are not a parolee. Because somewhere or they will find out. Right? So be honest. Nobody hire me. 2 weeks I walk around Belize, nobody hire me. Everybody prefer you one. Go.
Just want to leave peace, want to leave something.
Yeah, go. Check. But I tell myself this not the other time, huh? I know one of the hardest thing. I think one of the hardest thing a person face when they come out here. Check for employment. I believe if because while they're behind there, you reform yourself for integration back out here, right?
Yeah.
You do all things because when you reach back out there, so there's no opportunities for you.
And the thing is that not even just that. Like my opinion, and not even just that. Like if you come out and you made one strong, successful effort that back there, and then you come out and then you ready, like mentally, emotionally, physically, like you ready to be part of society again. I feel like you deserve more recognition than society give on. Truly, everything from the judgment to employment opportunities, because prison don't do their part, in essence, right? Prison don't do their part. Prison don't mind on reform on help try acclimate on for where on to come back out to now that for we responsibility as society now on come back to this side as on up on the other side of the fence now. And that for we responsibility now for try accommodate on for try welcome on back to the very place where on earn on a right for come back to. So I understand that. Like I don't understand it from the perspective of one previously incarcerated, but as one person who try be open-minded and try understand different walks of life and different people, I understand what you mean when you say that. And it's not surprising that one of the major difficulties on our face out here. On our feel like they have any other one beside that, beside the stigma and beside the difficulty of employment? Or then I'm like the two hard hitters?
Well, I gotta say something more could have more talk on that because when I get released from prison, they hire me back right away. Right? So I started work at the prison right away, but I choose like for left after like 6 months time because sit down left for 9 years. Right? Although you do your thing. You don't get released and you still work there back again and you still see the place still lit, right?
But different side though, true.
Yeah, same way you're still the help.
Yeah.
You're still the help. While I did I still the help, but I tell myself I want to relax for after 6 months I want to relax. I want to see how you feel out here, where people go through and thing because not everybody got a leave privilege. Not everybody could say, boy, I know him. I give him a job.
Yeah.
So a man have to go through hell and high water to get a job.
So
2 times,
let's look what he did. After 2 weeks out there, I tell myself, this not work. I used to say the part. Even the money they gave me that I worked, I saved what I came home with, this to finish. So I tell myself, I know what to do though.
And
I catch a bus, I went back to prison. Because like I said, cold bit of opportunities.
Yes,
and people go talk to the people.
So if nobody else could have at least got try to find
like he said,
something,
thanks to Mr. Wood, God bless the dead. The people we interact with them, Mr. Skeen. And the very place I went back to prison, I asked to see the CEO. I came up, they tell me come upstairs, I asked her, I said, what happened? I said, boss, can't get no job. If you can't work, you'll leave back to the same thing.
And what you say you even to try to find within the 2 weeks you made the down young. I'd imagine that then the places we even to try it, or at least some money, they may maybe request for like prison record or police record. No, what kind of factor that may play into it? Like when they see that and they understand your background and everything, how that may make the situation?
Well, I guess that make it no better. Like you say that. Put this way as then. When they come and they see the police record and they see the charge and they see the whatever charge up on the police record, right? After that, they go inside and tell you to call them back.
The usual response.
the usual response, And same way too, you can't force people to hire you and thing, right? But I suggest like people should give everybody a chance,
Everybody deserves
Sometimes you could go by your judgment, but not belittle people, because that same person who might belittle, that same person that you hire that person for work, that can be the most loyal person for your job. The most effective person to get the job done. You understand me? That's like, and when you pay your dues, when you do your wrong and you pay your dues, you're worth to our next chance. Now if you do your wrong and you don't pay your dues, by serving your time or pay your dues some kind of way, if you start over again, I mean to say that different, but you do your crime, you pay your dues, you come out, and you show you know a different person while you do out here for so much years. I mean to say, the media are a big thing where everybody could know you through the media, right? That's like I put it in a simple way, you go to a bank, you borrow a loan. When you don't pay a loan, you could come back for your next loan again, right? But if you the above on your loan and they got you a problem, you don't want to pay the bank, you're not getting a next loan. I just say that you go to jail, you come out, you pay your dues, you look for a job. I beg that society give you one next chance or certain companies give you one next chance. I as a youngster, I observe a lot of things, and I could say hats off to Mr. John Woods, rest in peace, Francisco Woods, Francisco Construction. They hire rapists, they hire thief, they hire murderer, they hire all what you could think about. It's up to you if you mess up. They give you a chance. They not turn you down. Only way they not turn you down if there is nothing there for you to do. And even sometimes, if not there for you to do, boss would have find something for you to do. Buy one 2 load of sand for you, come spread downstairs there or something.
So they really trying their best for help.
Hats off, when I mean hats off, to the day I still work with them. If I didn't take over the prison 2000, 2001, I still there, Mr. Woods then. When you mess up, boss would have give you 6 months to think about the wrong way to do. After 6 months, you could come back and boss still want to give you a break. Depends on the wrong way to do. But he still not look at it, still give you an next break. So if he could do that, other else people could look at that and do the same thing. You know?
For the viewers who do watch and everything, I know they discuss the Woods family. What are this program? And aside from this program for reform, I don't know about any other program as well where assists in the same way. And if I don't do it, then I could just elaborate more upon the one where the Woods then provide.
I know there are a lot of lead people out there, small people and also big people, where they try help to make one difference with our youths at the day. Right? Maybe I might know names off the bat, but you got groups where they try. A lot of league groups about where they really try. And they're not sounding easy, but 1 or 2 or 3 people alone can't do it. We need the whole society and a body of people to help do it.
Yeah.
You know? But you must also remember, we are for we country there right now. Sometimes if you try to put your hands in certain things, things might go wrong, you might get hurt, or certain things that way people don't want to get in certain things too. Right? But there is a lot of people out there where they try to make one difference with the youths at today. Not only young boy, you know, because you got female too. But people they try. But we don't need 1 person or 2 person. We need society.
A joint effort.
Yes, you understand?
Big project. Yeah.
Honest so, it could work. It can't work with just a few. And hats off to them people too, where they try.
You really have to appreciate the effort with the small people that they try though. Even if that's just 1 voice. I feel like it's very important to show them just as much appreciation as anybody else, right? Alright, well, for that right now, viewers, we have to pause for a short break. Feel free to join the conversation by posting in the comment section on Facebook any thoughts, any opinions, any suggestions. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the conversation. Tonight, we're discussing life after prison with 2 ex-prisoners who have made it out and plan to stay out. Now, like you were previously saying, Kelvin, there are reform programs within the prison, right? And how successful are they to the best of your knowledge? Like
I said, genuinely successful.
Genuinely?
But again, another program up to you.
Everything now
You
up
have
to
to
you.
want it,
You have to want it.
Yeah.
You have to want to change, right?
At the end of the day, you could send me for take up my computer class or something, and if I'm not really into computer and I into woodwork, you know, that's a different story. So it's up to me.
Right, I just use the computer room privilege for just for my own idle uses, you know.
Yeah.
Depends on what you use it for.
You got computer classes, you got woodwork,
mechanic.
you got mechanic,
So you got
you
construction.
got construction, you got
find one of everything.
cement block making,
welding,
you know, house building,
yeah, gardening.
you know.
So the programs in the day, all each at the end of the day.
Yeah, they are there for you to learn. You know, they're not like first in a government days, right? When government had the prison, it's a huge difference. Programs can done, you know, reading program, everything, you know, library. It just there for you, but at
Opportunities
the end of the
there
day,
for people
it's up
try.
to you.
Yeah.
You know. And we have successful prisoners out there where really they do good. Right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Enrique, I know you may touch lightly upon this, you know, the beginning when you mean to talk about loved ones visiting you and what that may like. It actually sparked this question, like, how has your support system been in and out? Like, that's how I know they used to visit you and everything there when you were inside, and since you've been out, how has that been? And are there people who were there for you on the inside as they are outside for you now as well?
The bond actually get close, you know. We still have this, well, only people I still have the same bond because the most, like I said, the most of my aunts and my uncle, and the girlfriend, and they by my side, right? And since I came out, I keep in touch with them, keep a good mutual thing with them. And I still have the same support, the same thing I had back there. You actually get more now because now they're actually more support group because if I have a situation, if something happen, instead of go off or doing, I can actually pick up my phone now. Call the same person that I talk to, and I start sensitive, calm me down. So I actually have the same support I have. It's more with it now because you can actually.
I like how you're open with it for true, how you say like, closer.
Yeah.
Like, me close then.
The close there, but get closer now because now you got time to interact and spend time with them, right? And grow and do different things.
A lot of time for make up for it,
yeah.
true.
And that's something why I was telling my aunt, I grow and hang out to them because I know so long time, I see me, I can soak it in, I just go hang.
Yeah.
You know, and that build a bond that separation that but back then I'm locked up in there for me. And I used to hate the fact that but no that they were there when they close to the still it, you know.
Yeah. And for you, Kelvin, what was the experience like?
Well, they support me, they're in and out, you know. But I make a choice for, you know, that's the second time I reach prison when I do my 18 years, when I get my 18 year sentence. But I sit down and analyze the jail, and I'm tired of being a hurt for watch my parents come visit me, my ma. And when she come, she dey cry. When she go back, she dey cry. She that my biggest support, my family. So I tell myself here what, I can't go through this, because then when my ma left and I go back to my cell, I hurt it, I had to cry inside too. You know, I'm not sure I had to cry outside, but I cry inside and I feel it. So I come to a stance where after 6 months time, after I get my time, I tell my ma, you don't have to come every time. I need to build myself, to do this time at ease, right? 18 years are not tomorrow, you feel me? And I can't get hurted every time, but my mother, my biggest support, and it's still my support. Although how she blame herself, I end up in prison, I try to make she not feel that, because I know she, right? But I had support in a prison too from the officers, because not only inmate time they look out for, I also made look out for some officers too, because same way officers come on a job where they go through frustration, same way.
Yeah.
Right? So even like that, I made a reason a day. So I get support from even there where they look out for and from the outside. I'm gonna a world of people where they look out for me, but I choose to just make them stand down so I could do my time in peace and build myself.
So you could have a work on you.
Yeah, exactly. So I
Yeah.
could have work for me, because, you know, that me first, too, right?
Yeah.
Because me there in the situation. And that's not my strength. On the inside and on the outside. Family, people who are inside of me. Officers and prisoners. 'Cause we have to keep each other strong while we're in there.
For
Right?
sure.
Yeah, you know, we have to build each other, because, you know, sometimes they walk past cell at night. Man, you hear a man they cry. You hear a man they cry.
Like, really to go through.
Yes, right? And that's not joke. And then see people there, we that look out for and take me and carry them to the counselor and try, you know, build it.
So then that make I want to ask, I know it's difficult from both sides of the kind when it comes to friends, family, just close loved ones are they incarcerated for process the crime when they commit. And we have them back there, and that could stir up one plethora of different kind of emotions and feelings towards a person. Just like how then themselves could have some difficulty to deal with or they acknowledge we put them there, right? But for I don't know who share their thoughts on this with me and who basically they tell me how important the support is. It's very important, right? The support, whether it be from family, friends, or like what Kelvin say, even officers or counseling there.
And even-
support plays a very important role in reform. You would say?
Yes, you have to, because then you cast really in a box, and you don't in one box, right? And in the box, you don't have nothing but time to think. And when you think, you get frustrated.
What,
You-
6 by 9?
No, 4x8.
4 by 8. And sometimes certain cells got 6, 7 man in there.
Yeah.
my
So when you have somebody who
So
actually,
think about the frustration.
yeah.
I could imagine.
So when you have somebody who you could actually talk to, express their feelings, to explain how you feel, what they play in your chest, what they play in your mind, actually you got a sense of relief then.
Yeah.
Because then you have it stored up, in that kind of way, right? And like officer that come, certain officer that come, like he said, where no for talk and for interact with inmates.
Yeah.
And he not going to spend a whole 5 minutes just to listen to you. You want to talk, you talk then.
I was on outlet. Get it out.
It's get it
Vent
out.
it out.
Yeah. And they conscious that he ain't doing that to you. Make he shift run easier. That when he come out, you know you no trouble today. You calm. Cause tomorrow you want to wait for the same conversation in officer again. Cause in the day, somebody we could interact with, you know.
So that like everybody to help everybody.
Everybody help
in
everybody.
some way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. Everybody to
Yeah.
help everybody. So that way you would have want for the outside too.
In a prison, because this is what I don't understand, right? The worst enemy out here.
Yeah. Friends
Are
back
the
there.
best of friends.
Eat out of one
Eat
pot.
out everything. But the moment some of them, all of them, the moment some of them step out, back in it, you dig?
Wow.
They love,
Yeah.
they're there, a prison. But they're not there, we want to see them, we want to see the love out there too.
On
with
this
them,
side, right?
You know.
If they could bring that same energy
I
from back,
I
so
know I had a living experience with seat. You know. Man were rotted out here after one another. And when they're back there, and they can't just boy that you know the same cellar they put me right next to me. And when I come out, the little frustration might dealt to the first and the anger. But when I can't just from there at one spot, you know. When recreation find a way how to talk and reason it and a relationship just build, you know. We know the war, we know the fuss and fight that back there, but the moment we step out, a different story. But that when you're on a puzzle, right, a man control you and they set you up.
yeah.
You feel me? But if you think for yourself, you want to know if we could do it that back there, we could do it out there. You know?
Well, like one was right, you have to want it.
Yeah, man.
And like one of them said just now with back then, yeah. Like I ask each one by one. Could start with you, Enrique. How has being in prison changed you as a person? How has that changed you?
That changed me big time, because Like I said, I spent my whole life behind it. Right? I spent most of my teenage years, most of my part of my adult time, they're the same, right? And actually, to me, the fact that I sit down and have time to analyze that happened, the life you want to live, another life, the street life you want to live, the people you want to hang around, then actually you're a friend, right? You have to make one change in yourself, with yourself, in order to make sure that you don't go back there or leave back to the same way, right? So, when I that time, but that changed me in a past, make I realize that you have to be a better person, man, okay? And the same lifestyle, not bring nothing but this right back to search, okay? So that time back there, you want time to think, you want time to rehabilitate, you want time to admit that you messed up, you did something wrong. Now you're done away with it, done away with what it means to live, done things it means to do to people, you know? So you want time to reflect back on your own life, and make a change between yourself.
Nice. Thanks, Enrique. And you, Kelvin?
Well, I know a big difference, you know, 'cause when you're in the streets, you don't see all the trouble and the trials and the problem and the hurts where they cause to people and yourself, right? So when I reach prison, I'm the second time, but I really take this second time rough, because the first time I just a week down here, up then I'm 18 years, right? And where I could say, like, everything, I got a whole 18 years to think about all my wrong. Everything come to light. Like when I try to sleep the night, I can't sleep. All my wrongs, then they come to me one after the other. All my wrongs never had to do. And that way make I draft for my Bible. Days to come, check. I draft for my Bible and I tell myself I have to make a big difference in my life. You know, 'cause I never know easy thing I'm going to do out there. I'm going to do a lot of stupidness out there. And so when I reach jail, I tell myself I have to make a difference with myself. And now when I start to sit down and think, read one lot, analyze things, watch things from far, watch things from close, and I make one difference in my life. Me, no nobody. I make my difference in my life. That when I come out of prison, that when I'm not going back. Right?
Yeah.
That the way I tell myself, come out, another return. If I make one difference in my life, I only could reach further. But if I go back, yeah, set me back. And that was my aim. You know?
Understood. And for the youth then, because I know them play one big role, no cars and everything we want to try, do moving forward, in life. And so I know the youths then play a big role. Where each one would have to say for youths who the take steps towards, let's go just call it criminal life. And to youths who even already the inner rough ways, what are some knowledge on what I want to put down for just make them at least try to pick up?
But you show experience there, they have to understand that the lifestyle live only to two places, Dead house or prison. When I go to dead house, the people is there crowd and that person you want to take the lake the same way too. That's it. I must say to them because you preach today, and they still have for their mindset. Because make him talk, man. Because I'm giving more and more piece of this thing, okay?
Yeah. Well, I respect everybody, male and female, but there comes a time when you have to pick up certain things. Badness, that's not something you have to pick up, You elevate yourself by working, by achieve, set a goal in a life where you want to reach to. You know, that gun thing not a work. That drugs thing not a work. The drugs thing that us for the money for the first, but you know, live a comfortable life. At the moment, the joy, everything sweet, you know, but at the end of it, you know, pay off. One might see that, you know, own a car or own a house off it, but you know, pay off, you know, work hard for it. You get it easy, you know. And the crime nowadays, what happen, I mean, it's senseless. You know, when you pick up a weapon, or a gun, or a knife, you have to be for a purpose, and I don't see no good purpose in it right now. You know, the kids are dead, female are dead, senior citizen are dead, after gun violence and certain things were not necessary. They're not a life to live. That's not the way, you know. How joyful it is for you know you go for a job. You get a job, you get hired, and you start to make good money. Furthermore, in that job, you get a position, your pay raise and everything. Knowing that you don't have to hide from police, you know they have to hide from this one, you know they have to hide from that one for paying back for your drugs money. Your life just clean and straight. Now, in the drugs game, in the gang thing, you have to look over your shoulder. You can't carry your wife and kids and leave restaurant in peace. When you move, you have to move with a bag of man. That's not the life. The life that us live comfortable, honestly, and respectful, you know. Respect to everybody in the streets, everybody where they work, where they do what they do, but crime no pay. It no pay. It only cost you liar money. It costs you money for go buy a gun, it costs you money for go buy a bullet, it costs you money for carry, for go visit you at a prison, it costs you food money, it just costs you. At the end of the day, we all have to dead, but some life go faster than how you expected. So that crime thing, just have to put it down. Leave it alone. They're not sounding good. Trust me. I watch a lot of good friends gone. And I watch a lot of young boy when I reach certain age, 25-year-old and anything there. And them reach their age, they are done dead and gone. Just have to stop it, put it down.
And then other people who could have maybe make a difference for the very society where we want to be more accommodating to people who they come out. People who could have one chance to change whole dynamics.
We got a
society.
We got a lot of genius in a Belize city. We got a lot of genius in a different neighborhood. Talented youth. You're surprised you go draft a youth out of a neighborhood. You never know that youth they're so skillful in a way you do. If that woodwork or mechanic, you know, but we government, another point no finger, but we government not have the time, research for the talented youth that were in the streets, where we could take them and put them for either train people or for further make them learn more in a way they're skillful in.
So I don't feel like if they would have take a bigger initiative into going to their places, see where they are youth or where they are even grown men, they're capable of the do, where they're capable of the contribute, their knowledge, their skills. If they would have been able to do that would have been one step in the direction for help keep youth and grown men out of the prison system.
And help, you know, but the number one thing, like I say, right, when after higher class, when after we got to use the education. Right? The more educated a person get, the more brains he use. No, if you have a youth to go to school, they decide not to eat right, and not have no education, you know, move right. So in enough we see difference in the youth tend to they're not about, to me, they're not about interact with one day. You have to mollify young. right? You have to educate them from their young, like, teach them how to use their brains. Put it for instance, put it for instance. If you go by the south side, or in the neighborhood for instance, and the youth that they get trouble are single moms, that are holding their kids.
I mean, I just say,
Yeah, single moms with their kids, or have to work all day because you have to grind that kind of way.
Yeah.
You know, and when they kid the home, the end of the day, they don't know education there. But if you have a proper education facility, when I kid get up that morning time, and say when they say school, you have to worry about what he eat. When he go to school, he don't want to come home after school done. Recreation habit behind it, even more fundamental. Just move in land more. You know?
You'd have frightened for somebody seeing leaders were in the streets in the neighborhood. Then seeing leaders there, the government or certain people in a society could take them seeing leaders there and make them be mentor to some of them seeing youngsters where they come up.
Educate.
Because to me, I study the streets a lot, and to me, some of the youth in the street call more shots than the minister then. Society, people in a society more listen to them more than the ministers then. I'm not to bash nobody, but I had to go by where I say. My street knowledge, right? What we need the more sports,
More school.
education, more youth program, mentors and anything there. If you go in the neighborhood and search for them young kids, where they got single mothers and, you know, the mothers know to take care of the picnic in any kind of way. Find any kid there, 10, 12 to 14-year-old, and try to nurture them kid there and mold them.
That's right.
You know? That's what we need.
That's like I said, right? That's why we need better schooling facilities for these kids. So when the kids left from home and they go to that morning time, don't have a piece of paper, they don't want left find the piece of got look for them.
You gotta put them in an old dilapidated spot or
Yeah,
decent places, some places where actually they show them that you care about them.
You know, places show that you could be more than this.
Yeah.
After the opportunity to reach for you want to be. School today, for the average kid that just get out of my time, get dressed, go to school, payment teacher, go home, do homework, go home.
Yeah, but I know just that.
And a robot in the schoolyard.
Yeah,
they need to venture out, open up their mind,
Yeah.
show them different things, you know. Because then it happen for the upper class ones, but for the kids, say, on the south side, of a different side is.
Yeah, but nobody deserves to feel that different, right?
Yeah.
Everybody deserves to feel
Everybody.
a good opportunity to feel like they're as cared about just as much as anybody else.
Like Kevin said, right? They have people. They have people they have that education, they have that talent, they have that skill, but they don't have the education behind it.
Or the motivation.
Or the motivation behind it,
because
'cause-
then they grow up to feel like
Because
somebody else better. Or
you
somebody else
you
more
have all the
deserving.
talent, you have all the skill where you want. If you don't have no education and ways for mold yourself or lead yourself, right, or do things what you want to, you always be a common laborer.
True that.
And I mean to say like I watch things where like, you know, like the system always quick for run to crime and deal with crime and try to do this for crime and do that for crime. But you barely find that they do anything for poor people, for the underprivileged, for the lower class. You know, they help, they might help you out. Well, where I say, we're not saying help you out, but they might help you on leave further, right? But they don't help you out, and out that way I want out of poverty.
Yeah.
You
And
understand
then
me?
I got no denying that they're not the people who really need the help.
And you know, tell, like I watched the other day, when you tell me, he said, Kelo, that like, it look like the lone gang members, they get thing, like the government just like easier go chop badness to and go squeeze trigger. I tell her, no, that's not the way. You understand me? You do what you do on your own.
Because you could.
Exactly.
They need the
He got education, but he just not got no job. And that's so then they think because society they watch like the government, they do this for when I not call nobody criminal, because I don't want nobody call me criminal. But the man there where they chuck badness in the street, government they support this for them, support that for them. You know, and they know they do nothing for poor people and the privileged and people who are in a poverty and things, right? But people watch their thing there too. So, you know, and that's how some of the kids there rise and got a mentality there. easier we start with the badness, then I look out for way. You understand? But that's the wrong way. Right?
They got a lot of different people in this whole thing who are responsible for changing this society, prison, the people themselves who,
So like,
that the people who, like you said, the drop badness out there, like everybody have one better responsibility, but it's important that everybody also realize that people, they got certain people who just need help more than others.
More than others. Yep.
That's just the reality of it. You, like, they got saying that say you need to check your privilege. You need to check your privilege. You can't go outside and you start bawl because that person they get more help than you. When you got a roof over your head, you got warm food on your table and thing, and that person that honestly just to try to make a living and when they hook up with that like one weed worker or something for make a lead 10 bills for the day. You can't go bawl about that. You can't go bawl about that. You as a person, and this is why I say like it want to become part of society responsibility too. Hopefully people start to realize that after this. Hopefully. But you need to start to be cognizant of what is going on out there. You need to start to watch what is going on out there. You can't just watch yourself.
Exactly.
We don't want people. We are Belizeans, we are family, we are friends. You know, we are co-workers, we don't want a lot of things to one another. And it's important that we start to treat people like that and see that some people, if you could help them in any way, shape or form, you help them.
Exactly.
If you can't, fine, but not go beat up if somebody else could help them, but they not help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? You might get a means to be able to go out there and get a job. You might get a clean record, somebody else might not get a clean record. You can't beat up. If anything, you're supposed to be happy for that person there, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be happy that that person get the opportunity because you're like, motherfucker, one less ballet today, we won't have to struggle tomorrow.
Exactly.
So I understand exactly what I want to put down, and I so for that. Like I support that so much. I know bat my heart at nobody, I don't judge nobody. I'm somebody who I always try to listen to people and I always try to understand people and I always try to help people. So I for this. Like I understand, you know. And with that, gentlemen, with everything what we put on the table tonight, with everything what we discuss, Enrique, Kelvin, how important is it to you two that Ono no go back to prison? How important, with everything I want to say, to drive the point home, how important for no go back on that side of the fence?
I say more important because my family, you check. My family, my family structure around me, you check. It's like a multi-build and born in my family in a kind of way. My kids and different things. Very, very important that I don't go back to the place because I say nothing really good go from prison because I spent my time there usefully and I did something productive for my time, right? Because I spent a lot of my time, but very important not to go back to prison because nothing of them like that. My family is the most important thing to me, you check. If it's important to me, I think I believe that I should put them first, along with myself, you check.
Yeah. And you, Kelvin?
Yeah, well, birds, my biggest aim in my family, let me just say, I never grew up with a dad, I grew up with my mother, chick. And I got 5 kids right now. And trust me, I want them to grow up around me, although when I'm dead at jail for 9 years, I miss a few years out of a couple of their life, you know, but that's not my aim. I got goals for set. 9 years, where I'm there in a prison set me back, but it make I learn a lot, right? It make I learn a lot and analyze things that way there I don't want to go again, that way they don't only back. You know, and my aim not for forward, achieve, and goals. I need to set my goals there. People might say dreams not come true, but I know everyone out there have a dream and their dream come true. You know, and I have my dream. And I had to aim for that. And I had to reach out for that. And when I reach out for that, it still not stop there because I still got other else people I need to look out for the same way. And not just about me alone. You understand me?
Yeah.
You know, when I reach there, and if I put my hand back for haul up, then when we need to reach where I
Elevate
there,
everybody else.
you understand me? That not me alone. God never make me alone in this world. And I want to reach there. And when I reach there, who I could help behind me and reach there with me too. That's why I can't go back. I know if I go back. I want to move forward. Right? That's my aim.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, it's a very enlightening conversation, and on behalf of everyone here, I want to thank the two of you for me to take the time out and for they be so courageous to talk to me about such one sensitive topic. On a serve on a time and on the power path where I just want, or all of we actually, want to wish you a very long, happy, and powerful future. For the two of you and for everybody else out there who they try hard, we thank you and thank you so much for the be one motivation, for the be one inspiration for the young people out there and even the grown people out there who life on no impact. We really want to thank you for this, and we could only hope that as time go by, we as one society become more accommodating to honor and other people like who want to come out and who want to make one difference in their life too. I hope that we as a society could become more open-minded to all of this and be more supportive. So gentlemen, thank you so much for this.
Yes. I appreciate everything, man. Right? And for the youths out there, male, female, everybody with a struggle, no give up. When the judge tell me 18, I never give up. I never think about the fence, nor think about the rope. I tried through it, until I reach out. So, do not give up. That's all I got to say. Do not give up.
Thank you so much. Viewers, we'll take one final break, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back to the conversation. It's clear that people leaving prison face huge obstacles in rebuilding their lives. Most find it very difficult to get employment with a criminal record and limited skills, and a significant number end up back in prison within a couple of years. Without a doubt, it is in society's best interest to find ways to help prisoners successfully re-enter society. We were pleased to learn that several programs already exist to assist prisoners with making this transition, and we can only hope that there will be even greater investments made in these kinds of programs as the country struggles to arrest rising crime rates. And with that, viewers, our time is up for tonight. Remember to join us on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for new episodes of The Conversation right here on CBTV and on Colorblind's Facebook page. Good night, take care, be safe, and start to think open-minded.